Greetings everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Muds Into Darkness and Beyond Choice Pack. And this was just announced. I'm a little bit behind the times on it, but I'm a little bit more busy these days. And this has more ships than we've ever seen from a Mud bundle. And I just want to say a couple of things up front before we really get to talking about the ships, and that is, I approve of these Mud bundles in the sense that it's way better and way more fair than a lockbox ship. So if my choice is a Mud bundle like this or another lockbox ship, I'll take this every day of the week. It's not perfect, it has problems, but it is a big step forward. It's a lot closer to where we need to be than the current lockbox and promo ship models. So I will say that that is a good thing up front before I forget to mention it. And in terms of value, it's pretty good value. Basically, these Mud bundles are a trade-off. They say, okay, here's a bunch of premium ships, and we're going to offer them to you for C-store prices, but the trade-off is you have to buy all of them. Take it or leave it. You either buy every ship or you get nothing. So it's sort of like the Legendary bundle in that way, and I kind of view these Mud bundles like Legendary bundles. So even though we had the 11th anniversary and the 10th anniversary one, you can almost think of this like a Legendary bundle, like a big pack Legendary bundle. So let's go ahead and talk about the ships that are in here. We've got the Kelvin, it's all Kelvin themed basically. We've got the Kelvin Intel Dreadnought Cruiser, which is a very popular ship. And, people are very defensive about it. So before I say anything about it, I know people are defensive. My review video for this ship is a little bit old at this point. But I gave it a 9 out of 10 in my old rating system. And basically all I said was it's a great ship, but it's not the best ship in the game. And people still took offense to that. And I have to say, it's an Intel ship, and it has a temporal seat. It's very strong fundamentals. It's great for casual play, good, bridge officer layout. It has excellent hangar pets, all that kind of stuff. The console is fun if you're using a phaser build. It's a good ship, okay? It is a good ship, but in terms of like the meta, it's not that good right now. And so if you're just talking about casual versus meta, and I think that's the distinction I'm going to make going forward, is it good for casual play or is it good for meta play? Because if you think about the Europa, a lot of people didn't like it, and I made my video about it, and I was a little bit, edgy in that video, I guess. I was a little bit obnoxious about it, but basically I was trying to point out that it had a lot of meta potential, or at least decent meta potential, and people were like, okay, I can see that. But it's not very good for casual play, right? The Europa is not a good casual ship. If you're just trying to do a beam boat or whatever, it's not a good ship. So the Vengeance, excellent casual ship, not that great for meta builds. Let's look at Kelvin pack number 1. You get the Tolaru carrier. You get the Kelvin Connie, the original one, and you get the Pilot DX4 Kelvin ship. And these are all decent ships. As far as carriers go, this one's a pretty good one. The Tolaru has a 4-2 weapon layout. The bridge officer layout and all that stuff is decent. So for a carrier, for just a regular old carrier, it's one of the better ones. And then for the Kelvin Connie is probably the second best ship in the bundle. The destroyers that we're going to talk about in Kelvin Pack 2 Kelvin Pack 2 are a little bit better, I think, but it's a pretty good ship. It's a full command ship, and I don't know what to say. I mean, command is just so much better than everything else right now for meta play that it's going to be a strong meta ship. And it's probably not that great for casual play, though, but it is a Constitution. It does have that silhouette. So I'm sure people would enjoy it for that. It's probably the only ship I'm really, really interested in because I already have a Vengeance and I don't have the Kelvin Connie. But one issue with the Kelvin Connie is that the best console in this whole pack is from the Kelvin Connie, the emergency auxiliary ejection, whatever it's called. It's a science console. And but I already have that as an account unlock because I have the OG Legendary bundle that has the Legendary Kelvin Connie in it. So in terms of accessories, this whole bundle is pretty weak. And the single best accessory in this whole thing is one I already have as an account unlock. So even though there's a lot of value here in terms of how much you're paying for each ship and the fact that each ship is a premium ship, it's not impactful value for me personally. Then we get to the Pilot DX4. It's a cool looking ship. It has pilot maneuvers. I think a lot of people would have a lot of fun flying that ship, but pilot ships just aren't really my thing, but it is a pretty cool ship. Then we talk about Kelvin pack number 2, and these have the 2 destroyers in it, the Einstein, which is super ugly in my opinion. I don't like it at all. And I really feel like this pack should be considered 1 ship instead of 2. Yes, you do get both ships, but they're both basically the same ship, so it's really just like having 2 different skins for the same ship, essentially. They have the same trait, they have the same console, they have the same basic stats and everything. And so I would probably fly the D7, but I'm not a super huge fan of that design either. I think these are a little bit better than the Kelvin Connie, even though the Kelvin Connie has a full command seat, and these only have a lieutenant commander command seat. They just have a lot better stuff overall, better bridge officer layout, not better bridge officer layout, but a better weapon layout, better console layout, plus they have a better mastery because they're destroyers. So I think when you take all of that into consideration and the fact that they can still use concentrate firepower 3, the destroyers are not only the best in terms of meta, they're probably the best casual ships, although maybe the Vengeance is the better casual ship just because it has the great pets and all that. But the Kelvin destroyers are really good. They're going to be the best meta ships in the bundle, and they're pretty decent casual ships as well. And then we have the Jellyfish, which I think very few people are going to choose unless they just, are collectors and they want to have it because it's a promo ship. But it's a weird ship. It's a pilot ship, but it's also a science vessel. It's not that great. And like I said, when it comes to accessories, nothing really stands out here other than the Kelvin Connie console. But if you have the original Legendary bundle, then you already have that. And then, of course, you have this other stuff down here. You've got the ship upgrades. You've got the ship coupons. You have the master keys. And now they're including the Epic Phoenix token. So I suppose if you're really, really interested in getting one of those, and that's something that you've been trying to get by opening Phoenix packs, that's something you could go for, right? Maybe you get the Vengeance and maybe Kelvin Pack 1 and maybe an Epic Phoenix token or something. Anyway, it's getting a little bit noisy where I am, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, but I will say this. If you want all of these ships, you can only choose 3, right? So you can't, there's 4 ship choices, but you can only choose 3 of them. So if you're interested in the ships and you're actually interested in all 3 ship choices, then it's a pretty good value for money. I think that if each one of these ships were put directly into the C-Store, they would all be considered good ships. The Vengeance would be a very good C-Store ship. The Tolaru would be one of the better carriers in the C-Store. The Kelvin Connie would be one of the better cruisers in the C-Store, and so on. So all of these ships would carry their own weight in the C-Store, and you're getting them for C-Store prices if you buy this bundle. So the value is here, but for me personally, I'm going to save my Zen because the Oberth is going to be coming out, and I need to buy that to review it. And I never did the Science Ryzian ship during the summer event because I was really mad that the design I liked didn't win, the one with the dome on it. So they're going to add that to Muds Market this summer probably, and I need to pick that up so I can get the Neutronic Eddy console. So I'm not going to buy it, but that's not an indictment on this bundle. I think it's a pretty good bundle. I think it's pretty good value. I think the ships overall are pretty good. I think if you're a meta player, then it's low impact. If you're a casual player or you like the designs or whatever, then there's probably a lot of value here for you. So take of that what you will. Make your own decision. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.